Welcome guys to another video. We are the NRL Fantasy Gurus. We've got another fun topic today. We're here at Fantasy HQ. Thanks for watching all the other videos, guys. It's been great. We're getting a lot of great responses, a lot of great comments. It's just been awesome. Today we're going to be talking pretty much position battles. Who you're going to pick. We're going to decide between two players from each position. We're going to talk about who we think you should have out of those two players. So that should be interesting. We have Teamless Tuesday coming up in a few days. So we're really getting into crunch time. It's exciting times for NRL Fantasy. The internet is blazing on these potential matchups, so we thought we'd knock a few of them out ourselves, discuss them, and let's get into it. So, first matchup. We'll go a battle of some hookers. Now, stepping away from the traditional talk of Cam, an obvious matchup of Cook, we'll go into, we'll drop it a bit. We'll go McCulloch versus Friend. Who you liking?
Well, I'm a big fan of Friend. So I've spoken before on the videos about points versus dollars, and out of all the hookers, Friend's number one. So when you're talking about how much you're going to spend on a player to get X amount of points, Friend's one of the number one players in the league. So I think he's got to be the man. I know it's only $9 grand difference, but I still think that, you know, that could be the difference between a player that you really want having to sub someone else out and sacrificing something else, when you're going to get good minutes out of this guy and good points.
Friend's a great option. I'm personally going McCulloch. I think the 9K is a nothing point. 11% for McCulloch, 6% for Friend in ownership. Thank you, Mitch. McCulloch, I just think with Seabold coming in, he's always been a great defender. Gets you great, tackle counts, and will be consistent all the time in that category. But with Seabold coming in, you'll get those offensive stats. I think we're going to see a lot more kicking from him, a lot more try assists, a lot more drawing in the defenders, maybe a few line break assists, and they've got some great forwards running off him. So for me, it's McCulloch.
I'm also going to go McCulloch. I think McCulloch, purely for the reason of McCulloch, I think it's going to be 80 minutes, where the Roosters have a habit of always carrying a spare hooker on the bench, and I don't think getting it the same. It's hard to get consistency. If McCulloch's playing 80 minutes, he's always going to be in the middle, but Friend might only get 55, 60 minutes, potentially losing 20 minutes. So if they're on the front foot, like we expect the Roosters to be all year, he's not going to get that defensive workload and those tackles.
When he is on the field, he like Red said, he's a great stats man, but we never know with Roosters. They sometimes switch him out, put different players at hooker, so buyer beware. Next one, we got Marty Tapau versus Fafita in the front row spot.
Just purely both great players. There's not a bad option in them.
Absolute guns.
But purely for the reason that Tapau's a DPP, I love to have as much versatility in my team as possible, because you never know what's going to happen with injuries and suspensions. They hit about the same amount of points and roughly pretty close in price.
Yep.
So for me, Tapau's the option.
We have a 12K difference between the two.
Nothing. He gives you that versatility and ability to move your team around how you need to cover positions week to week.
Origin period, always important. I am going bias Andrew Fafita. I actually think he'll be one of, if not the best fantasy scorers this year. He is fired up this preseason. He's going to be palming them off, offloading them, scoring tries at will. Andrew Fafita will have a gun season. He's going to get more minutes. I truly believe that. I think he's an absolute must-have. You have to have him in your team. For me, Andrew Fafita.
I would hate to say this, but I'm going to agree with Alex here. I do think Fafita is an absolute must. His offloads.
We never agree.
Yeah, I know we never agree, and it hurts me that he still scored
recorded.
that try. I know, but he scored that try against us, and I got a tattoo from it, which is upsetting at the best of times. But
we'll put that on the Instagram.
We're not putting that on there. So I think Andrew Fafita, he's got a bit of a problem with penalties. He was the highest penalty guy last year by a fair distance. Marty Tapau isn't really that bad with penalties, but his offloads make up for it. Marty Tapau's got a great offload, but no one offloads like Andrew Fafita. Workload alone, I think he is going to get more points this year as well, just purely from minutes alone. like I said, Paul Gallen is getting a bit slower, a bit older,
Plus,
which doesn't
like
really
last
play
year.
fantasy.
And let's
Not
be
playing
honest,
Origin.
Paul Gallen's too busy playing halfback anyway.
Good first receiver.
So
Yeah, no, I think Fafita's the winner there.
Peter's definite winner. Sorry, Mitch.
can't win them all.
We'll go second row. We'll go Jai Arrow, an absolute breakout season last year versus Fitzgibbon from the Knights. Who we liking? Mitch?
I love Jai Arrow, to be honest. What he did last year, he really came from, he was the cash cow last year, and he belted his way all the way to the Maroons. And unless Herm's mate Bryce Cartwright knocks him out of position.
Number 10 fantasy cash cow, if you guys want to check it out.
Yeah, for me, he's in my team, and I don't see him leaving my team between now and the season starting. But you never know, Teamless Tuesday's coming up. But yeah, Arrow's my pick.
I'm a Lockie Fitzgibbon man myself. Guy scored 9 tries last year. He's an absolute demon for the line, and him playing on the same side as Ponga, whether Ponga goes well or not, he is a magnet for defenders. So I think that alone should either A, put Lockie Fitzgibbon over the line, or God, put him in a position to get a try assist, either way. And he's got that second row defensive effort, plus he's been playing 80 minutes. So I think just alone on that, like this guy, he's an absolute demon. And I think he's going to do amazingly.
Just like Cohen Hess can absolutely find
Absolutely.
a line at that second row position. Now you got Ponga drawing even more defenders. 21 appearances, 9 tries for a forward. Great stats. So great choice, but I'm also going with Jai Arrow with Mitch here. Just his breakout season last year, and he was even playing with injury most games. I think he's just going to get even better. So I'll lock in Jai Arrow for that one. So Jai Arrow for the win. Next, we'll go the halves battle. We'll go Sean Johnson and Cleary. Tough one. Both presumably taking goal kicking duties. It came out Johnson will be, and Cleary, you never know with Maloney, but I think Cleary will have it too. Johnson 10% of ownership, Cleary 15% of ownership. You got 4K difference, absolutely nothing. So I'm going to go with Cleary. I think they're moving him to the left edge. It's going to just improve his game, especially when Kickout comes back. I think Kickout running up Cleary is going to be a beast. I think it's going to be a better attacking side for him, better attacking stats, and we all know the absolutely incredible game he had last year where I think he got the most fantasy points ever in one game. So
He's fantastic.
I just think being on the left side takes his game to a whole new level. I'm looking in Cleary. Even I'm going against my Sharks boy here, so that hurts.
Oh, it's alright, mate. No, we all know you don't really like the Sharks anyway.
Yeah, it's fantasy, mate. No one really cares about their team. I am also going Nathan Cleary.
Did not see that coming.
Really? Yeah. Even after all the times I've said he's going to be the Dahlia medalist, I've said that Panthers, if all things go their way this year and no other controversies happen, that they're going to win the premiership. I think that team is stacked, and Ivan Cleary does amazing things with players.
I'm going the other direction. I like Sean Johnson. Cleary's safe, he's consistent, but him and Maloney usually kind of, one will have a great game, the other one will just go through the motions, so to speak. And we all know what Sean Johnson can do. He can, score a 40-point try fantasy-wise, just like that. And I think Johnson playing with the Sharks and a better forward pack and is going to be more consistent. I think he's just going to have a better year points-wise, and you have a bit more freedom as well. Well, they're both goal-kicking, but for me, Sean Johnson.
I think Katoa and Johnson on that right side will be an absolute beast combination this year.
Could be top try scorer.
Yeah.
I think if Sean Johnson gets his chance to just run the ball and not have to manage a team, when they had Blake Green back there last year, he looked pretty good. I think Chad Townsend really owns that team. Like, watching him last year, he actually did really well with the ownership of that team. So I think that if Sean Johnson's able to play the kind of football... Oh, God. So if he has the chance to actually play the game that he likes, to not have all the pressure on him that he usually gets, and, like you said with the forward pack, I think he does stand a really good chance. I don't hate your idea, it's up to him what he does.
Alright, let's move on to the centres. We got the should have been centre of the year last year. It said it went to Leilua, an absolute crime was committed at the Dally M's. We've got Latrell Mitchell, the most expensive centre in the game, $669,000. 27% of teams. We're going to match him up with Masters from the Tigers at a little bit cheaper, 50,000 cheaper, 617,000. Only 4% of the teams, which really surprised me because he's great defensively. He's good in attack as well. He goal kicks as well as Latrell. So we got 2 goal kicking centers. Who we liking? Red?
I was huge on East End Masters last year. I wrote him in from an early good price and I wrote him to a pretty high price. But I don't think any centre compares to Latrell Mitchell. He's definitely my pick in this battle. The Roosters only got better. And no matter what side of the field you go to, they're a threat. So, you know, he's just an amazing player. He has these little weak moments and sometimes he does go missing. But if he's playing in a team that's winning, he's going to want the ball a lot more. You better believe that's going to be more points.
Mitch?
It's a no contest. If this was a boxing match, it'd be over in the first 10 seconds. Latrell Mitchell. It's not even a contest, mate.
Okay, well, we needed to pair him up with someone, but I'm also going Latrell. I think he just got the attacking prowess of the Roosters. That just screams points, tries. Latrell, goal kicking, especially in a high-scoring team like the Roosters. It's going to be big. No disrespect to Masters, great fantasy player. And
All agreed.
You know, if you like putting that much money in the centres, go both. But that's another question. We'll go to our fullback battle, our last battle of the day. We go Teddy Bruschi, Mr. Tedesco, versus the dual position player, Kalen Ponga. Different positions, we know, but I think comparatively together, fantasy-wise, they'll score very similar. So you can play Ponga at the wing fullback position still. So it could be a great option. Who do we like, Teddy or Ponga?
Teddy. It's the same as Latrell, really, for me. It's a team that bleeds, you know, just fantasy points. Like, no matter who you pick in that team, outside of their middle forward, realistically, you're getting crazy points. Tedesco bust tackles like nobody's business. I know Kalen's really good, but playing out of position, he may not know when to take control and may not know when to take a step back. And I know he's going to be a player magnet for defenders, but I just don't think you can look past Tedesco in the form that he had all year last year. He didn't slow down at all. He was a major contributor every week, and he never looked like not getting points. Even if he got to 20 minutes left in the game, he'd go on a barnstorming run, fend a few people across the line, and then all of a sudden
3 points, thank you very much.
Yeah,
3 points, thank you very much.
absolutely. It was like taking candy from babies with him. Like he's an amazing fantasy player, and I think he needs to be in everybody's team. If you don't have him, I think you're absolutely bonkers.
I agree. I think Teddy for me. Ponga has the goal kicking for Knights, which is another incentive to have him. But it's just so much uncertainty. And the surprising fact is that Ponga is selected in more teams than Tedesco right now. Maybe because of the dual position status, but I think it's criminal that Teddy is picked in less teams than Ponga. We don't know.
No.
We don't know what he's going to be like at 5'8", but...
Yeah, it's a big unknown with Ponga at 5'8". I'm excited for that experiment to fail and his price to drop, and I'll pick him up when he goes back to fullback. So for me, it's Tedesco. He's the best fullback in the game by a country mile. Yeah. And the only person that was close to him was Ponga at fullback. And yeah, I'm expecting by about round 6-7 he'll be back at fullback.
Beautiful. We got some agreement. We got some disagreement. We never agree, so that's great. We'll just wrap this up. The league's going great. We got a lot of people coming in. We got 47 people as of right now as filming.
It's exciting.
Let's push for 100. Why not?
Yeah. 100.
We got some of the old Renegades guys joined us today. So that's exciting.
Oh,
yeah.
So pressure's on.
We followed them for years. So
so for those of you who don't know who Renegades are, they were one of the original guys who had a website for the break-evens, and that is like fantasy gold. Like when you can jump on their website, check out their break-evens. It was a big deal, and so we appreciate you guys being here. Look, we want to beat you, but expectations are a little bit low when 4 of you guys took out the best player in each team last year. So
yeah, we
were
watching. We were watching.
Yeah.
And of course, like always, if you have any questions for us, we can answer them in another video. So you can DM us on Instagram, email us if you want at nrlfantasygurus@gmail.com. And do not forget to
like, subscribe, comment.
Oh,
Thank you.
Mitchell, you
Nailed
killed it.
So thanks guys for watching. Hope you guys liked our video and agree with our matchups. we'll see you after Teamless Tuesday to share our teams.
Bring it on, I can't wait.
Can't wait. Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Subscribe.